Ito ang Liga na Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2026 regular season. Second of 3 games on tap. Ngayong Miyerkules dito sa Pasay Astrodome, Batangas City. Tanduay Athletics trying to go for win number 3. They take on Cebu, that is coming off a loss last week to Binyan. It's Batangas City against Cebu in our second game dito sa MPBL. Magandang hapon po muli mga kaliga, si Dav Tupas kasama si Coach Don Dulay. We also have Lyra Punsalan with us. Good evening sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, Tap Sports and on Solar Sports. You're looking at 2 teams from the South, Cebu and Batangas. And you also saw the lineup, Coach Don. What do you make of this matchup?
Well, got a good matchup tonight. You can see all the veterans on the Cebu greats. It's going to give a good test for the Batangas tonight.
Yeah, Batangas with the new players in there. They have so far so good para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva, having some young legs and fresh talent in his squad. Ino Comboy with a great performance against Batangas. Against Bulacan, he led the way, 85-75 ang panalo na yan. And break down the numbers for us, Coach Don.
Well, they shot 50% from the field, which is good enough to win. But the one that stands out is their fast break points. They had 25.
And because of the fast break points, that's more high percentage looks with the fast break. 25-8, they really push the tempo against Bulacan. And that's usually not the strength of the old Batangas team, because they were a more half-court and deliberate team previously. Cebu, on the other hand, they fell short against the San Juan Knights. The San Juan, of course, we all know the strength of that San Juan team. No? It was the debut of Mike Phillips in this matchup, but even without Jun Manzo, you know, their top point guard, and who was their best player in the first game against Binyan, maganda pinakita nila dito against San Juan.
I mean, they shot 34% from the field and only lost by 8. Right? But the rebounding was good. 22 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and the rebounding, out-rebounded San Juan with Mike Phillips there. So that's going to be encouraging for Coach Aldin Morante. So we have our second game here, Batangas and against Cebu. Let's go to Richard Tampos for the starters.
A very good evening and welcome to the second game here at the Cuneta Astrodome. Live on Solar Sports and YouTube channel. Cebu versus Batangas City, MANNY PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Here are the starters. First, the MPBL inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Athletics. Guard number 1, Craniel Viloria. Also at guard number 10, CJ Isit. Forward number 29, the Elastic Man, John Nermal. The other forward number 43, Dexter Apinan. Center number 53, Sed Ablasa. The head coach is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches, J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Jim Will Gikan. Assistant team manager, Gilbert Alea, LGU partners, Mayor Marby Marino, and Congresswoman Beverly Di Macuha. Team manager, Gina Alabanza. Team owners, Kyle Tan and Lucio Tan III. Here are for the Cebu Greats. At guard number 1, Andre Armenion. Shooting guard number 18, Paul Desiderio. Playing center number 22, Simon Camacho. At forward number 31, Mark Meneses. The other forward number 24, Dr. Fly Don Reverente. They are led by Aldrin Morante. His assistants are Willie Generalao and Lance Inco. Team manager John Santos. Team representative Angel Sam Lato.
Starting 5 brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. CJ Isit, Craniel Viloria, Sed Ablasa, John Nermal, and Dexter Apinan ang magsisimula para sa Batangas City Tanduay Athletics. Cebu Greats will have Andre Armenion, Paul Desiderio, Simon Camacho, Don Reverente, and Mark Meneses. Batangas going for win number 3. Cebu going for win number 2. Batangas in white, Cebu in green. And we are underway. Trainian Viloria will drive. He's blocked by Simon Camacho.
Looking at this Cebu Grades team, they have some good rim protectors.
Yeah, and Meneses and
Camacho,
Simon
yeah.
Camacho. And even Don Reverente. Yeah, this is a muscle man matchup between, oh, look at Simon Camacho, block number 2. To your point, Coach Sean.
Yeah.
Desiderio leans in and rattles that one home. First basket of the ball game.
I think we're going to see a slower tempo game
Compared to the last one.
compared to the last one. Yeah.
And the pass goes nowhere. The turnover for Batangas. So we'll see a lot of versatility now in the lineup of Coach Cholo Villanueva. If he wants to play at a quicker pace, he has the personnel. If he wants to play the pressure defense, full court pressure defense, he has the personnel now compared to previous seasons. Camacho trailing, he gets blocked, he'll try again. Nermal, great defense there, and that's going to be on Camacho, the foul. And the first foul on Simon Camacho.
Going back on the Batangas lineup, they're younger, more athletic,
Yeah, definitely.
and that's something they lacked the previous years.
They have length as well.
Yeah.
And someone like Nermal who traveled but scored.
Yeah.
Got away with the travel there, clearly. This is the matchup that probably two of the strongest players in the league in Don Reverente
Right.
and Jexter Apinan. Look at Nermal. That's 3 steps, by the way. Still a basket, though. Alminion. Oh, medyo malakas ang pasa niya kay Camacho. Coach Aldrin Morante calling the shots for Cebu. He was the coach of Pasig City last year, who I felt overachieved last season. Had some really good players coming up. Nermal up against Camacho, takes the step back 3. It's good. Looking confident with that stroke from beyond the arc. Meneses, wild pass. Viloria is off, and he finishes the break. Cranial, first basket, 7-2.
With their 2 new additions in Hermal and Viloria, that just brings a lot of offensive power to them.
Immediately. Ball knocked away, recovered by Camacho. Wild shot, rebound ni Apinan. Viloria again. No numbers for Batangas. Crossover from Cranial. Gets it to Nermal. Nermal, atake sa gitna. John Nermal. Straight line drive once again.
7 points to start the game. Because he made that 3, the defense had to respect that shot fake. And now he got a good look to the basket.
9-2. 3.5 minutes gone by in this ball game. 7 points ang lamang ng Batangas. 2 seconds in the shot clock. Arminion. They just taking too long to get into their offense there, Coach Don.
Well, the pressure by Batangas City kind of overwhelming for their offense right now.
The fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Brian Hiruela, a veteran, is in the game for Cebu.
Let's see if he can help get them into their offense better.
Isip gets it to Cranial, jumper, in and out. Reverente with the rebound. Here's Don Reverente. Reverente attacks, kick out to Meneses for 3. Reverente fighting for that rebound against Apinan. Last touch on Don.
Another good stop by Batangas.
Just one attempt as well for Cebu. Isip. Layup won't go. Camacho with the rebound. Brian Hiruela is on the move. Desiderio for 3. Yes!
Brian comes in, goes on the break and sets up Desiderio. Just what they needed.
9-5. Ablaza.
Looks like Cebu's in a little zone right now.
Yeah. Napinan. Good skip. Hiruela anticipates the pass. Desiderio. Oh, wow. Nice setup on the spin. Where Paul Desiderio goes on the crossover right to left, and then the spin and the angle on that bank shot.
O'Brien comes in with makes a quick impact, gets a steal.
And he's not doing anything special. He's just pushing the ball early and finding teammates in spots where they can be most effective.
That's what you call experience right there.
Yeah. He's not doing too much, but down goes CJ Isip. Ryan gets it to Meneses. Desiderio feeling it. Got it!
Oh, wow, nice shot.
He's got all of the 10 points of Cebu, Paul Desiderio.
One thing about Desiderio, once he gets going, he's hard to stop. And I think Brian knows that. He keeps on looking for him.
Yeah, but John Herman is also on fire right now. 10 points para kay John Herman. Yambing and Comboy are coming in the next dead ball. Desiderio again.
He checked.
He checked. So, bigay natin sa kanya yun. Ablaza. Nermal. Wants a pick from Seth. John. Ball knocked away by Camacho. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
You know what I noticed about Hermal this season? He looks more comfortable than he did last.
Yeah.
Pampanga.
This play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Going back, Coach, to Nermal, you're talking about the comfort level that he has with Coach Cholo here.
Yeah, maybe they're running offense through him more here.
Yeah, I think so. Yambing gets the jumper to drop. 17-10.
Yambing, another athletic wing. Good pickup for Batangas.
Hiruela. Desiderio. Gets some separation from Nermal and Paul Desiderio. 12 points in the game.
All 12 points for Cebu. He's going to need some help, though.
Nermal pulls the trigger from downtown.
We got a shootout. We got a shootout, guys.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Sabi ni John Nermal. 20-12, 13 of the 20 of Batangas coming from John Nermal. He was defending Paul Desiderio on the other end. Can't stop Paul getting his 12th point. And on the other end, he dishes out a 3. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first period. 2012, Batangas in the lead.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Nash Enriquez and King Cortiza, Daryl Maniguez in the building. No, those are for fans from Cebu. They're here to support the greats. Wawi Escosio is in the game in place of Don Reverente. Meneses drives baseline. Labas kay Desiderio. That's an air ball. Abdul Sawat. First time in the game. Mark Cruz, Don Ochea, Ino Comboy, and William Bing. Cruz launches. No. Ochea with a rebound. Nakagaw si Meneses, but it will stay with Batangas. CJ Payawal and Ron Denison. Yambing for 3. Got it. Ganda ng bitaw ni William Bing doon.
Yambing with his 5th point.
20-12. That's an offensive foul on Wawi Escosio. Can see how young Batangas became?
Yeah. Looking at this team now, they can compete for the national championship this year.
And they did qualify for the semifinals of the preseason. Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Yambing feeling it. That won't go. Abdul Sawat with the offensive rebound. Don Ochea with a mid-range J. Payawal secures the rebound for Cebu. CJ. Heruela. Brian against Ino. Heruela gets in the paint. Back shot is good.
Good take, Orella. Using his strength to get into the paint. Gets 2 points.
Abdul from downtown. And their confidence.
They have so many weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at their length on the floor right now. They're 2s and 3s.
You know, mahirap na sila anuhin, coach, eh. No, there's a lot of versatility in the lineup as well. Anyone can play the 3-4-5. 30 seconds remaining. 10-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Comboy to Cruz. Yambing. Looking for a teammate. Binigay kay Ino Comboy. Comboy. A good denial by Denison off the ball.
It's a good stop by Cebu. Let's see they can end the quarter with a good possession.
Denison looks at the clock. Ron Denison. Yeah!
Whoa!
What a shot!
Not a bank shot from the corner?
That's a crazy angle.
That's a horse shot.
From Ron Denison. You gotta check this one out. Where did that ball bounce first? Yeah. On the side of the back.
Shot.
Yeah. That's a crazy shot from Ron Dennison, but they'll take it. 26-19.
This is one of those shots, if you ask him to do it 10 more, give him 10 chances, he won't do it again.
Yeah. John Nermal sizzling in the first period, 13. Paul Desiderio on the other end had 12. It's been a great showcase of firepower from both ends. For both teams. And Batangas with the upper hand, 26-19.
Welcome back to the MPBL. This season is as much emotional as it is tactical for Coach Cholo Villanueva. He got real about the struggles of losing his former players like Levi Hernandez and Jong Baloria. It was like losing soldiers who were fighting for me for several years. But it's the reality of basketball. It's a young man's game. And now with young additions like Ino Comboy, Jan Nermal, Rin William Bing, and Abdul Sawat, and the others, Coach Cholo is rebuilding his Ohana, a system where nobody gets left behind and everybody contributes, as he calls it. And it already showed against Bulacan, where 5 players dropped double figures. Proof that this is always about a team that's sharing the ball, sharing the spotlight, and slowly building something deeper than just wins. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, John Nermal, Abdul Sawat, Ino Comboy, William Bing, Cranian Viloria. Those are quality additions to a lineup that was built around Sed Ablaza for many years.
Well, Coach Cholo knows what he's doing. He knows what it takes, to win here in the MPBL, and he knows what pieces to get.
But how hard is it, Coach? I mean, you've been around. You've been around for quite some time here in the MPBL. How hard is it to part ways with someone or with players who spent a lot of time, you've spent a lot of time with, and you go to work every day. You go to battle every day, almost every day for 10 months.
I think that's one of the toughest things for a coach. Parting ways with somebody you're really close to, and but it's part of the business, right? You got to move on, and right now, Coach Cholo got some good pieces, and it's exactly what he needs to compete for a national championship.
Yeah, it's just a ruthless industry, ruthless business, as in it's very competitive. It's cutthroat.
Yeah. You know what it is. You see these players every day, and they fight for you. You know what I mean? These players will literally die for their coach. You know what I mean? And vice versa.
Yeah.
The coach will die for their players, and to part ways, it's very heartbreaking.
But the newcomers are showing up, and they're delivering. And because the last season, I think Coach Cholo really heard a lot of noise. Why are you keeping this core together? And I think you gotta admire his loyalty as well to his players.
Yeah.
Not just their loyalty to him, but his loyalty to his players.
Yeah. I mean, you have a couple coaches who are the same way, like Coach Durson, myself, we're really loyal, right? And to accept it, to move on, it's one of the hardest things to do as a coach.
You can say that it's even harder that task is even harder than winning games, actually.
Yes.
Because a game is just one night.
Right.
It's just one night. The next day you can shake it off, maybe bounce back in the next game, but relationships are forever.
Yeah.
And it's especially in basketball in this industry with Abdul Sawad.
It's like your second family, right? You spend so much time with them, right?
Yeah. Abdul Sawad with teardrop. 33-19. Batangas has opened up a 14-point lead. Jun Manzo, where we'll be seeing him shortly, had 29 against Rizal in the first game. Hiruela, that's a tough shot.
Varela keeping him in the game. Got 6 points.
Kind of reminds me of a young Don Dulay, but on the right with the right hand. Extreme ang subukan kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
I wish I had the strength of Varela. That guy looks so strong, man.
You were quite strong back in the day.
I was quite heavy. I think I was overweight, man.
Desiderio Baetiong now with Denison. Baetiong, kick out. Desiderio, good look. Alvin can't hit underneath. I tell you, Paul Desiderio and Jun Manzo, they look like they're in very good shape right now.
Yeah.
They look like they're in mid-season shape.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Because other players here in the MPBL, they play their way into shape.
Yeah.
Two guys are actually looking pretty good.
It showed in the first quarter for Desiderio. He was on fire.
33-21. The foul is on Cruz.
Sawat is a huge pickup for Batangas. It takes a lot of pressure off guys like
Said and Dexter.
you know, who are not young anymore. You know.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. He's like a Swiss Army knife right in there. Abdul Sawat. Manzo fadeaway. Abdul commits the foul. His game really, you know, took a leap in Zamboanga last year. And he had a really good battle in Palayan City in the regular season. You remember that?
I remember that. You know, I think we only won by 1 point.
Yeah. Went to overtime.
But guys like Sawat, man, he does everything for you on the floor.
Denison for 3.
He can play multiple positions as well.
Yeah, and they represent the new age, you know, the new wave of talent in the MPBL, and one of them is this guy right here, Mark Meneses as well. Such a hard-working player to see Mark Meneses.
He had a big double-double last game. 17 points, 17 rebounds.
That's crazy against Mike Phillips and San Juan front line.
Right.
Yeah, so those are the numbers mentioned by Coach Don. He completes the three-point play. It's a 33-24. 5-0 run for Cebu. Down goes Ino Comboy against Denison. The two former Tamaraos there.
Denison is known for being very physical.
Yeah. And the referees are going to check this one.
But if you look at the lineup of Cebu Greats, they have that lineup, you know, for fighters.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
You're gonna expect a rough game if you play against them.
And they're right at the middle of the pack. But I was telling you, on a good day, they can take down some powerhouse teams. So if you're a let's say if you're right up there, tier 1 in the MPBL, and you play against Cebu, you can't be complacent against them.
You know, this season, a lot of the teams you can't be complacent. You know what I mean? Look at the first game.
Yeah, Quezon City.
Kansas City came to play.
And you were raving about Mekawaya and Marilao and their depth. What a pass! Ino Comboy.
Good setup.
First basket for Don Ochea. June Manzo rekindling this matchup with Ino Comboy in college, from college.
Weren't they teammates in
Yeah,
Mindoro?
they're teammates in Mindoro as well. Short stint for June Manzo. He moved to Cebu. Denison, air ball, but Mark Meneses has got just a really good nose for the basketball.
There's players like that, you know, they're always around them. Like Dennis Rodman, always around, always hustling.
Ochea. Arin, Cruz, Nermal.
Ooh.
A hard foul from Deron Denison.
That's what Dennison does. He gets into your head.
And the whistle was already blown.
It's like Normal through an elbow.
I think he landed on Meneses' shoulder.
Normal is playing well. It's important for him to stay focused. Don't let those things get into his head.
Absolutely. So tinitingnan nila muna yung nangyari doon ng mga referees natin. 35-26 is the count. Coach Aldrin Morante is the shot caller here for Cebu. He's been around the MPBL since season 1. Different teams. Commissioner Emerson Oreta and Head of Operations Sandy Lubit, our Head of Security Rudy Distrito. Enjoying the game right now.
JR.
So the foul will be on Ron Denison, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on John Nermal. So because Cebu is in penalty,
there was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 29.
looks like John Nermal will shoot 2 free throws first. Oh, no. They are, I thought they're in penalty. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Meneses coming alive in the second quarter. So instead of possession for Batangas, because of that extra motion from John Nermal, it's 2 free throws plus ball possession. Could be a 7-point swing.
That's huge.
Manzo, step back 3. No.
That was a good look.
Cruz with the rebound now with John Nermal. There's a switch here. Nermal on Manzo. Nermal wants that ball against June Manzo. He can shoot over Manzo. Nermal. Atake using the left hand. No good. Cruz blocked by Meneses. Salem gets it to Manzo. That's a 3. No.
That would have been big for them. Good defense by Meneses.
That's a foul.
It looks like there was some extra motion there.
And it's been physical here in the second quarter. This is the play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. We're checking the play again. If there was an extra motion. Natin yung nangyari dito. This was the play earlier. Comboy. Beichong tried to get in the way. I don't think there was a lot there.
Number 77, JJ Hesalem, penalty. First foul on JJ Hesalem.
2 free throws para kay JJ Hesalem. Not for Rino Comboy rather, not JJ Hesalem. Kent Arriar. With Mindoro last season. Rino Comboy. No, with Imos rather. He was with Mindoro a couple of seasons ago. One for 2 for Ino Comboy. He's got 4 points in the ball game. 8-point lead for Batangas.
Batangas is picking up the pressure. Full court man.
And they have personnel to do that now.
Yeah.
Esalem. Arriar, turn around. It's an air ball. Rebound ni O'Neal Arim. Arim to Comboy. Gets a running start. Gets some space. Masyado malakas sa tira. Rebound ni Nermal. Arim. Extra pass. Comboy for 3. Still no good. Ochea with the rebound. Third possession here for Batangas. Nermal. That's a tough shot.
That looked like a forced shot there. But he gets it back.
Yeah, good hustle play from John Nermal. Comboy. Drives left once again. That's a foul. Cebu asking for an offensive foul.
That's a veteran move right there by Comboy. He misses a couple threes. Tries to get going by taking it hard to the basket. Now he got 2 free throws.
Yeah, Ino Comboy, one of the most prolific scorers in the MPBL. Always ready to provide some firepower. 16 and 7 assists against Bulacan. CJ Isin returns for Ino Comboy. Daniel Veloria and King Importante are also in the game for Batangas. And MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. There's a foul.
It's a bad foul there in the penalty.
It's on King Importante. So Cebu with a chance to trim the deficit with the clock stopped.
Past couple possessions, you see Batangas picking up the pressure. But it's important you don't bail them out with a bad foul here in the penalty.
Arriar gets the bounce. He played for Imos last season, as we mentioned. 2 for 2 for Kim. 8-point advantage for the Athletics. Ambuluto. Ambo taken away by Reverente. Manzo. Steal by Viloria. And Reverente gives up the foul. Penalty na ang Cebu. So 2 free throws still for Crane and Viloria. They did avoid an unsportsmanlike foul there.
They're reviewing it right now.
Yeah. I was the
Looked like Monzo was ahead.
yeah, but Reverente had no play on the ball.
True.
See if they're gonna. Okay. Yes. Just a holding foul. I think that's a good call.
Costly turnover.
Yeah,
Leading to
they've had their share of turnovers here. 6 steals for Batangas, 3 for Cebu. Cebu already with 11 turnovers, coach. It's the anytime they try to generate some momentum, they throw the ball away.
11 turnovers is too much for a half.
They have 11 field goal makes, and they also have 11 turnovers. 4 points for Cranian Viloria from Canlaon City. Manzo. Jerusalem sends it to Reverente.
Sorry, missed right there.
Yeah, but it's basket interference. Yung tawag ni referee J.R. Francisco.
Going back to their turnovers, Batangas has 13 turnover points. That's the game right there.
Yeah.
He tapped the board.
Yeah. So, umalok yung board natin. So, Reverente will get the 2 points. 40-32. Meanwhile, let's bring back Lyra.
Coach Aldrin Morante is setting the tone with character and grit for Cebu and comes simple but heavy. This team wants to be great for their namesake, and that starts with playing relentless, no excuses basketball. Facing a stacked Batangas squad, he knows the margin for error is thin. So the approach is keep it simple, minimize mistakes, and stay disciplined. Hindi pa daw maglalaro ang veterans like J.R. Quinyahan and Don Hontiveros, but Coach Aldrin is trusting the rest of his vets to lead, while young guys like Mark Meneses bring that spark, energy, hustle, and fearless minutes. It's that mix of experience and hunger that Cebu is leaning on, trying to grind their way back into form. Possession by possession, no shortcuts. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. While you were reporting, parang na-enjoy namin ni Coach Don yung action doon. Coach, how did you like that battle here? Reverente against Ambuluto?
Well, you know, this is highly expected from these two teams. When you saw the lineups, this was expected.
That's a jump ball. Are they going to call a foul? Coach Aldrin certainly not happy.
It looked like a jump ball.
What do you make of that?
I thought it was a jump ball.
Yeah, it should be.
Can they review this?
I think they're checking this one. Our technical team right there. John Ambuluto and Don Reverente. So they get a warning. And 2 free throws for Ambuluto.
And the Cebu bench is not happy about that call.
And Namuluto sinks the free throw. Except for that, yung magandang string ng puntos kanina ni Paul Desiderio. Coach, Cebu's finding it hard to generate a bit of a rhythm sa laro natin.
Coach Cholo is known for that. You know, with all his defensive schemes, he can put your offense out of sync at times. Just like that, you know.
Yeah, and he changes things up really quick.
And now he got the pieces, you know. He can mix it up.
Importante. Ball knocked away. Meneses is on the move. Normal is trailing, but Meneses flying high. 9 points all here in the second period. Mark Meneses
having another big game.
Already with 4 rebounds as well. Manzo is on the move. Jun Manzo. Meneses on the alley-oop. That's 11 in the quarter para kay Mark Meneses.
What a good lob by Manzo.
Here, looking at Mark Meneses here, his motor, his athleticism on display. Could have stuffed that one home, made sure with the 2 points. And then Manzo delivering this beautiful lob pass for Meneses to finish. We have a timeout, only a 6-point lead for Batangas.
Kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin. Sa droga ay huwag paalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4,
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. 64 seconds left in the second quarter. Normal has been quiet after that first period outburst. It's been a Mark Meneses show here in the second period for Cebu. Manzo tracks down the rebound. Pressure here. Salem fires a 3. It's good.
Big shot. They were able to break that press. Manzo was able to find him for a 3.
And that's a gutsy shot as well. 42-39.
Hesalem has that.
Yeah, but Hesalem has stayed in the game because of his defense, actually.
Right.
Ambuluto spins. Areyar with a stop. Cebu gaining momentum as we near the end of the second period. Manzo can tie the game with a 3. Manzo for 3. Yes, sir! And we are tied at 42.
We have ourselves a game, guys.
Unbelievable stuff here. The momentum swings. It's been crazy. Batangas led by as many as 14 here in the second period. But what a run to close out the half. Hesalem with the 3, and then Jun Manzo seeing daylight. And he knocks down the triple to tie the game up at the buzzer. 42 all at the break. We will be right back.
Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball.
White Sox steps back into the game. One kind of impact can be made. And one a steal. That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final moment of the game. And they make magic. White Sox wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Alright. Ngayon mga kaliga, it's time for the Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge. Tawagin natin si Eulalio Corpus. Nasaan ba si Eulalio? Eulalio Corpus, come on over. Ready ka na ba for our challenge? You will be given 45 seconds to complete a layup, a free throw, 3-point shot, and a half-court shot. Kapag na-shoot mo lahat yan in 45 seconds, you will win 1 million pesos from the official sportsbook of the MPBL Sports Plus. Are you ready for the Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge? Eulalio Corpus, in 3, 2, 1. Wait lang ha, Eulalio. Get set. Pinapasabik natin si Eulalio Corpus. Ready ka na for 1 million pesos Clutch Time Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge. Go! Shoot kagad. Mukhang kailangan ni Sir Eulalio ng malakas na palakpakan. Come on! 1 million yan, Eulalio Corpus. Take your best shot. 25 seconds left. Focus lang ha, Sir Eulalio Corpus. Muntik na. 17 or make it 15 seconds. I know you can make it, Mr. Eulalio Lopez. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. Good effort pa rin for Sir Eulalio Corpus. Ayan. You will be going home with the Sports Plus t-shirt. Again, thank you for joining. At sa ating mga kaliga, check out the Sports Plus FB page to find out how you can join at baka ikaw na ang kauna-unahang winner ng Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan.
White House steps back into the game. One track of in and one must steal. That way is going to even out the game. These 9 in the final moments of the game, can they make magic? White House wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Tied game at the half, Batangas and Cebu, with a nice battle in that first 2 quarters. Coach Don break down the numbers here, and if only Cebu actually limited their turnovers, they could have been in control of this ball game.
Yeah, that's what stood out for me is their turnovers, especially in that first quarter. But when they cleaned it up, they were able to score, especially Meneses.
Yeah, they got out, ran the break, and really got got their running game going. And Mark Meneses was on the end of a lot of the good things that was happening to Cebu.
Yeah, especially and defensively, he's blocking shots, running the floor, rebounding.
Well, Batangas did start the game really well. They were forcing turnovers, but nawala yun, no, in the second, late in the second period. And this guy as well, John Nermal, was quiet in the second quarter after scoring 13 in the first quarter.
It looks like when Dennison got physical with him, it started it, and I'm sure that's what the game plan is.
And that's where, it's like the game within the game sometimes, Coach. Hindi natin nakikita yan usually because we're all looking at the score, we're all looking at the stats, but there are incidents in the game that nakakabago din ng laro, eh.
Right. I mean, again, you see this. They're really being physical with Normal, And, it's a good game plan because as an offensive player, right, you don't want him to be comfortable.
Yeah, and he was very comfortable.
He was very comfortable in that first quarter. But again, it's very important for Normal to stay focused. He can find ways to help his team, not only offensively, but defensively.
Tama. Ablaza, the mismatch against Desiderio. The kick out to Nermal. The corner three from CJ Isit. That's short. Meneses with another rebound. Mark Meneses has been solid in this ball game. 42 all. Chance for Cebu to take the lead. Desiderio. Meneses, quick passing, has to fire here. Heruela short on the three.
Let's see if Batangas can get a couple baskets on the, pushing the tempo.
Yeah.
Looks like they slowed it down a little.
Nermal. Wow. Incredible job by Meneses staying in front, and they did really well defensively there up until that foul.
Yeah.
Yun gina eh. Mahirap din talaga if you're Cebu when you have to keep yung slashers like Nermal at bay. Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community because you really have to move your feet every time and really close out kung saan man nag-help.
Well, players like Normal, individually, I don't think you can stop them. It's going to take a team effort, right? And they did a good job as a team in the second quarter, slowing down.
Yeah. See if Cebu can sustain that, but Nermal gets the two free throws to drop. Desiderio can't hit from beyond the arc. Reverente with the hustle play. Another crack at it for Cebu. Desiderio gets some space, fires the free throw line jumper. 14 puntos na para kay Paul Desiderio.
Desiderio's getting some really good looks. Batangas might have to change their defensive plan on him.
Inside they go. Apinan. Labas kay Craniel. Viloria trying to beat Desiderio off the bounce. Jumper doesn't work. Foul on Seda Blaza.
Good box out.
And Don Reverente, I was wondering, because during the preseason, I was looking for Don Reverente. Where did Don Reverente go? Because he was not with Pasay. He's been here for the longest time. Napunta na pala sa Cebu. And what a pickup. That's an 8-second violation. CJ Isit, outstanding job there.
Good pressure, good ball. CJ's always been a good defender since his San Juan days.
Now, San Juan, that's a long rivalry, long-standing rivalry with you. A team.
Those were the days.
Nermal. Oh. Heruela and Isit. It's getting feisty in there. You see there? You see that?
What a matchup. Brian's not having it.
Yeah. Double technical for CJ and Brian.
Good job by the refs by giving double technical to control it.
Yeah. 8 to shoot here para dito sa Batangas. Inside, Ablaza stretches and scores. 5 puntos na para kay Sed Ablaza. Meruela against Isip. This is a matchup to watch right now here in the third.
Oh, you gotta love it. Look at the pressure. Look at the pressure.
Brian. Oh, a foul.
Too much.
Too much though.
Too much.
I like that CJ's not backing down as well. Brian laughing it off. And they want a review because the contact was above the shoulder.
Yeah, I think it was on his head.
Yeah. Just a regular foul according to referee J.R. Francisco.
Looked like it was just a love tap.
Coach Don has had his share of battles back in the day.
I was known for picking up, just like CJ and Brian.
Meneses, atake. That should count. He did not put the ball on the floor. Yes. Referee Karina Martin counting that one. 13 in the ball game para kay Mark Meneses.
You gotta love players like Meneses, right? He has 13, right? Quietly.
And those are not easy baskets. They're all hard-earned.
Yeah. I'm sure there's no play calls for him, right? He doesn't demand the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
That's hard to do.
Nermal lost the ball against Camacho. Nobody is taking that ball away from Don Reverente.
It looks like Don's been in the weight room this offseason.
Oh my gosh.
He put on some weight.
Let's go to
He
Lyra.
was already strong.
Yeah.
Batangas' huddle was sharp and corrective, with Coach Cholo immediately calling out the slow ball movement and hesitation on screens. He said bilisan ang galaw because the offense will naturally find the open man if they trust the flow. Kailangan maramdaman tayo sa catch and shoot ni na Desiderio and Manzo, reminding the team that this is a high-scoring opponent. So the other side of the ball is non-negotiable. Pace and precision, clean it up, speed it up, and lock in defensively. Back to you guys.
No, so far that's not happening with Batangas, but Cebu is doing just that. Nermal for 3. It's good.
Here we go again. Desiderio and Hermal exchanging baskets.
18 points for John Nermal. Reverente.
He did a shot fake on the 3, Don. I'm sure nobody will go for that.
Meneses, yeah. They're trying to prevent the 3-point play there. But Batangas already over the limit. The pressure being put by Cebu defensively on them. Nararamdaman nila dito, Coach Don.
Yeah, I mean, look at their lineup. I mean, every time you play this team, you have to expect a grind, right? Like,
Yeah.
they got a lot of bruisers there. They're going to pick up the ball, pressure. So it's their style of game.
Na Meneses. Ibang klase yung pinapakita ni Mark Meneses. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. 50-49. Isip. And Sorwela now with the Blaza. Set shoots. No good. Meneses goes up high for
Another
the rebound.
go with his 15 points.
Here he is. Mark Meneses waits for Heruela. And get a bit of a breather here with that out of bounds. Meneses with 15 points and 8 rebounds. On track for a double-double again. Desiderio, 5 to shoot. Ball, fires, gets it to drop.
Big shot, Desiderio.
You can't say it's a bad shot for Paul Desiderio.
No, there's
That's
no
20
bad
points
shot
for
for
him.
him. I've seen him make it over 3 people, man.
Reverente and Jexter Apinan getting reacquainted. Blaza puts it in. There's too many things going on in this game, Coach.
I love it.
You just can't keep track. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito. A little push for some separation from Paul Desiderio. He's got 20 in this ball game. Now it's William Bing on Paul Desiderio.
Let's see if his Yambing's length can disrupt this Desiderio shot.
Brian Heruela, nagbababa ng bola pa rin. They trap Brian. Nice forward pass to Meneses. The door is shut by Ablaza. Meneses has it. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Meneses, confidence
ISO.
in his shot right
Step
now.
back 3. This kid is making a name for himself in the MPBL.
Are you kidding me? Mark Meneses, 8 of 18 for Cebu from beyond the arc. 7 of 16 for
Look at the
Batangas.
pressure. Look at the pressure. Again, a lot is happening. Oh, man. Guess who it is again? Is that Reverente?
Yes, Reverente down on the floor. Let's see what happened here. The foul is on Heruela. Look at Apinan and Reverente here. Yeah, that's an unspoke right there. And Jack
Can he be
didn't
thrown out
even,
for that?
didn't even, yeah, I think so. There was a wind-up.
Okay.
There was a wind-up.
This would be huge.
There was a wind-up. It's been developing the past few
Possessions.
prior.
Neither one will give way.
No.
Right? Neither one.
And Don Reverente, one of the toughest players in the MPBL. Jexter Apinan, one of the toughest players in the MPBL. You know, nobody's going to give an inch there.
Yeah, you gotta love this matchup.
And I like that amidst all the shot making and the incredible plays, we're seeing a lot of the color as well. The game within the game unfolding. Pero you cannot deny that the talent on display in this game.
Yeah.
Ibang klase din, masarap din panoorin.
But I'm sure all the teams that are watching this game, you know, this is what's gonna take to win. You know what I mean? This kind of physicality. So.
sabay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basket.
Upon review, there was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 43. Dexter Apinan, his third foul.
So Dexter Apinan will be whistled for the unsportsmanlike foul. There's a foul on Brian Heruela first. CJ Isit.
This is big. Cut into the lead. Free throws, get a possession.
No, but it's going to be Don Reverente shooting 2 free throws and then a ball possession for Cebu.
Oh.
John Nermal leads Cebu, Batangas' scorers with 18. Blaza is the next best scorer with 8. And Ino Comboy, you can expect him to carry some of the load as we move forward here. He only has 6 points so far.
Yeah, don't sleep on him. He
Yeah.
can get hot anytime. He's just like Desiderio. Once they get going, it's hard to stop.
Split at the line para kay Don Reverente. Bola ng Cebu, 58-54. Yambing is on Desiderio. Binigay kay June Manzo. Camacho with the pick. Manzo. It's a backcourt violation. Good ball pressure there from Ino Comboy. And 15th turnover for Cebu, and they still lead this ball game.
Look at they put Meneses on their mouth. Good matchup.
Ablaza, Nermal, shot fake. Oh, Camacho with the hustle. And June Manzo with the finish on the break.
Normal had that shot again. Good closeout by Meneses. Forced them to make that turnover.
Yeah, Camacho was right in there. Ablaza. Camacho had him well covered. Blocked by Meneses on the help.
He's everywhere. Cebu's defense really picked up this third quarter.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Gusto mo yung ginagawa ni Camacho? He's not getting a lot, but the deflections are creating chaos dun sa opensa ng Batangas.
He's another player who's very active. Good rebounder, always in the passing lanes. Really good matchup tonight.
Then Mark Meneses already has 3 fouls, so you gotta look out for him.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure he stays in the game. And stays away from foul trouble. Mark Meneses, pahinga muna. Medyo napagod. Kami nga, napagod ni Coach Nagkakako. We're having a exhausting time. We're exhausted tracking him down.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Reverente gets away. What a
Good
pass.
setup.
You gotta love that from Don Reverente. And this is exactly why Cebu signed him up. Yambing took an extra step. Should have been a travel, but there's a foul on Don Reverente. This is the play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. 3 players on Don Reverente before he found Simon Camacho there.
And Don, ever since his Pasay days, he's always been a problem. right? Like,
Yeah.
he gives you.
And he's not the biggest player on the floor.
He's not gonna kill you offensively, but he'll kill you with his hustle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just his presence in the game.
There's always someone that you need to look out for when he's there
Yeah.
on the other side, right?
Yeah. Well, now the Meneses and Reverent is out the game. Let's
Yeah,
see if.
And they're a big part why Cebu has taken the lead here. And Beichong gives them a little different look, a post presence. 5-point lead for the Greats. Let's give a quick shout out to your former player, Eman Calo. Regards daw, Coach Don.
Eman Kala, we miss you, man. We miss you here in the MPBL.
I think he's listed. He's going to play for his hometown team, Cebu.
Him with this lineup would be pretty tough.
You get another veteran. and I'm sure he's he's going to come in very sharp with all the games that we've been seeing him. And Simon Camacho lays it in. June Manzo, terrific pass on the trailer. 4 points para kay Simon Camacho here in the third. But it all starts on the defensive end for Cebu.
Well, that was a good steal by Baichong. Led them for a fast break. Now they're up by 7 points.
Camacho to finish the break. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third. Cebu up by 7.
Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan. Kaya yung mayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin. Sa droga ay huwag paalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng
2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third. So they have two passes with Don Dulay and Lyra Punsalan. Coach, incredible stuff you've been seeing in the first 2 games here.
Yeah, what a treat for me.
Scoring in this quarter, Cebu with 22, Batangas only with 15. Abdul attacking, left it short.
What a sorry miss.
Desiderio, and Comboy denying the pass to Manzo. Pero nakita mo, Coach, no, how yung level and the parity right now, especially with these teams here in the MPBL.
Yeah, I mean, you see the top teams like Abra, Caloocan, right? And you get these teams like Batangas, Cebu, who got their lineup to compete with these guys, and you know, I think they get the right pieces to compete.
Yeah, each team seems to have found, you know, a sort of identity with, and they look like they are comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
That's scary. You're right.
7 points para kay Abdul Sawat. Down to 5 ang lamang ng Cebu. Camacho. Desiderio. Step back, in and out. That was in there already.
Wow, that was a nice move. Nice step back.
Yambing for 3, no. Mark Cruz is there for the cleanup.
Batangas with a 4-0 run.
Manzo to Hesalem. Desiderio, 8 seconds to work with. Salim thought about it, had to adjust. Baetiong gives Cebu another possession. Ball knocked away by Abdul Sawat. Ochea, he will lay it in, plus the foul. A quick turnaround for Batangas. Abdul going after Salim. That's his former teammate at Quezon City.
Oh, little trash talking.
And a technical on Abdul. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It might have been a joke, but
Yeah.
they're joking
Yeah.
with each other. Okay, so
Another thing, I thought he made the shot the way he went up to it. He didn't even make the shot.
that's the way. There's something about this game, Coach.
Man,
Might be your first day in the job. That's they know you're calling this. So one guy who's also wants to greet you. They're all greeting you. They're not greeting me. They're greeting you. Your former player. Your Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles.
Ooh, Billy,
Yeah.
best player of the game against San Juan.
Yeah. That's your guy right there.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Micah. Miss you guys.
It's 65-64. Manzo in trouble. Gets it to Ariar. Meneses, touch pass. Camacho will finish.
What a possession.
6 points for Simon Camacho. Comboy launches. It's good!
What a shot.
That was from way downtown. Ino Comboy to tie things up. Just a crazy sequence right here. This was actually well played by Cebu.
Yeah.
Meneses to Camacho. Camacho celebrating a little bit, but
They actually played good defense here. Like it was challenging.
yeah,
Got to get a little closer, huh?
yeah.
That's Eno Comboy right there.
It will count. Ino Comboy. 67 apiece at the end of the third period. And what a fourth quarter this is going to be. We will be right back.
Mindanao Basketball na ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan.
By now, steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That player's going to even up the game. D9 in the final moment of the game. Can they make magic? White out wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Huwag paalipin, buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Almost 5,000 watching us on YouTube. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Do hope you're enjoying the game.
I'm enjoying the game.
Yes, me too. Also watching Mindoro assistant coach JC Libuna, watching with Cara Aguas and Ma'am Ailina Tolentino. Madam, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Missed three by Ino Comboy. Extra possession here, but they lost it. Mark Meneses to Manzo. And June Manzo wisely pulls back.
Good decision. Get a good possession here.
Heruela, Meneses aatake, natapik ni Comboy. Balik ang bola sa Batangas. Comboy, titira ng 3. Kapos, nakuha ni Cruz. Oy! Mintes. Cruz again. Still no good. Camacho secures the rebound.
I like the transition defense of Cebu. Everybody sprint back on that.
And another turnover.
Turnovers.
It's been hurting Cebu. Ino Comboy, masyado malakas. Yambing shoots. And a foul on Meneses. That's number 4.
Oh man, that's huge. It's a big decision by coach if he's going to keep him in or take him out. They definitely need him in the game right now.
He's played hard. Ito si Mark Meneses, and big reason why they are in the thick of the fight here. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Looks like he's coming out.
And Desiderio will check in. 2 for 2 for William Bing.
Look at the size of Batangas.
Yeah, that's the versatility we're talking about. Yambing, Ochea, Abdul, Comboy, and Cruz.
This size is going to give teams problems.
Desiderio will shoot. No, Camacho, offensive rebound. Simon Camacho has come alive in the second half. Meron ng 8 puntos si Simon Camacho. Meron ring 4 na rebounds to go with a couple of blocks. Camacho got a deflection, pero nakawala si Yambing. Mintis naman ang tira ni Abdul, and Manzo with a run out.
We had a
Back in the lead, Cebu.
Batangas had an easy 2 points and they missed it and led to an easy layup for Cebu.
4-point swing there.
Looks like
We've had
Yambing got him. Yambing
Yeah.
got him in the face.
Yeah, we've had our share of unspos in this ball game, Coach Don. Unspos, technicals. We had it. This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
I think these two teams understand what's at stake. I mean, it's a good test, you know, early in the season, see where their team is at.
In Cebu, they have already beaten Rizal, Coach Don, and
Yeah.
yun ang tama ni Yambing kay Desiderio. I thought that was baka ano lang yan, offensive foul lang. So we all know how good Rizal can be because they beat San Juan already.
Yeah. I mean, if they pull this one off against you know, a strong Batangas team, you know, it's good signs for them moving forward. They can build on it, you know. But again, you talked about identity earlier, and right now, you know, their identity, you know, is, if they're going to win it, they're going to grind it out. So
Every time.
So if the team that's going to play against them, if you're not willing to grind it out as much as them, I don't think you have a chance.
That's
It was an
Pinoy
unsportsmanlike
rap
foul
star,
on number 5.
price tag.
And William Bing is first.
So should be Desiderio. It should be Paul Desiderio shooting the free throws. So a sportsmanlike foul.
That's big. They get 2 free throws plus ball possession.
This late in the game,
Big free throw.
and with the game hanging in the balance, I feel like there's going to be 2 or 3 more big runs here in the fourth.
Yeah.
The way we're sa laro natin, the way that this game has
Even the
flowed.
first game, right?
Yeah.
And then this game,
Meron
game
pang
of
isa yan.
runs.
Yeah, meron pang isa yan. Tatlong lamang ng Cebu, 72-69. 7:48 na natitira. Manzo. Aatake, bigay kay Reverente. Reverente, labas kay Manzo. June has to fire. June, short on the 3.
Good defensive possession there by Batangas. Let's see if they can get something good here in offense. Good
Abdul
setup.
Sawat, yeah. Comboy just left it for Abdul Sawat, and he rose up to bank that layup home. 1-point game. Manzo shoots again. Mintis Iscosio can't grab the rebound from Ochea. Here come the Athletics. Abdul laying the point here. Abdul Sawat lost his balance. Steal by Manzo. And it's Don Reverente with the easy 2.
Crucial turnover. Led to an uncontested layup.
I was looking for Ino Comboy when he was going where he was, and you know, kailangan niya kunin yung bola dun eh. Ochea underneath, masyado malakas ang pasa ni Cruz. Sawat is there, blocking foul on Wawi Escosio.
I would like to see Comboy with the ball up top on a pick and roll rather than Sawat.
Yeah, and I think he was waiting for him to come out.
Cross.
Yeah. And June Manzo, after a 1-game absence, so far 14 minutes, 8 points. Yambing goes down.
Reverente again.
Tumatayo na si Don ah. Bakit naman ganun? Nakatayo lang naman siya doon, coach.
I think Yambing ran into his shoulder, man. Don was just standing there.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if we can measure force upon impact,
Who do you think the strongest man is in the MPBL?
that's a tough question. That is tough.
Do you think Don is in the conversation?
Don is in the conversation.
Like pound for pound.
Pound for pound. There are lots of candidates there.
Yeah.
Don definitely up there. David Defonso is up there as
Yeah.
Ino Comboy ties the game at 74. He's got 12 in the ball game, Ino Comboy. And coming off that big 3 earlier. Manzo back to Heruela. Brian. Jumper no good. Camacho in there. Has to shoot. Manzo. No. Abdul Sawat pulls down the rebound. Comboy again. No. Abdul finds Cruz underneath. He banks it in. Batangas back in front. (76-74). Lamang na ang Batangas City dito. 5.5 minutes remaining. Desiderio against Yambing. Paul blocked. Yambing comes away with the loose ball. Trying to find Ochea, turnover. And June Manzo will get the 2 points. Yambing will shoot the 3. It's good.
Big shot by Yambing. Put them up by 3.
What a battle this has been since the first quarter. Eruela. No. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Escocio trying to muscle his way in. Desiderio attacks.
Good challenge by Yang Bing.
And altered the shot of Paul Desiderio there on the move. Comboy, another three. Ino Comboy, you want the ball in his hands, coach, especially at the top of the key.
Well, he had a quiet first half, right? We talked about it, right? He was going to come out shooting, and look at him. He's carrying them this second half. He's hot.
And this was the play right here. If you don't, look at the space while
man,
it's
Escocio, that's too much space. You got to be up there ready to defend that.
And Ino Comboy, 2 threes here in the fourth. And Batangas is up by 6.
Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball.
Four minutes and 16 seconds remaining.
Hirap eh.
In this ball game, 82-76 is the count to Dav Tupas with MPBL champion coach Don Dulay and Lyra Punsalan bringing you the action. Salem gets it to Mark Meneses. Meneses one-on-one against Abdul. Abdul with a stop. A little cold off the bench, Mark Meneses.
Yeah, well, that foul trouble really hurt him. And Batangas is picking up their defense.
Comboy again, that high arcing three. Meneses goes up high for the rebound. Manzo puts it in. It's down to 4, lamang dito ng Batangas, pero naka-Ino Comboy yung bola. Dancing against Manzo, goes to Abdul, bigay kay Cruz. Normal is back in the game. Jan can't get past Reverente. Sawat, ball knocked away by Meneses. Another big deflection. Camacho, the fake.
They need this.
Yes, Salem for 3.
Good
No.
luck.
And Don Ochea securing the rebound for Batangas. Comboy gets it to Nermal. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 8 seconds. Nermal, one-on-one with Reverente. Nermal is blocked.
Good defense by Don. Big play. Again, whenever you need him to make a big play defensively, he's always there.
Well, we're talking about Camacho, Meneses, and Reverente. That's a terrific trio right there, especially on the defensive end, Coach.
Yeah. They're going to give this league problems this year.
Manzo can't make the layup. Rebound ni Abdul. Bigay kay Nermal. Sa gitna, John Nermal can't finish. Meneses with his 11th rebound of the ball game. Camacho flying in, no. Reverente with the extra possession. Manzo for 3. It's good. Wow.
Wow. What a shot.
It's a 1-point game. The last 2 minutes is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Comboy Oh, that's number 5
Oh, that's
on
big.
Meneses.
We got some big-time players making some big-time shots right now.
Now Mark Meneses will foul out of the ball game. June Manzo with a gutsy triple to pull Cebu within 1.
But this foul by Meneses is going to hurt them. They're losing a defender on Normal, who's doing a good job.
82 to 81. And Cebu is not yet in the penalty. The next foul will send Batangas to the free throw line. Batangas with only 1 team foul. Comboy against Manzo. Comboy for 3, short. Desiderio goes up high for the rebound. They pressure Paul Desiderio, has to get it across. He does to Simon Camacho. Manzo. Down goes Comboy, short. Here's Salem. To Manzo, a 3. No. Abdul with the rebound.
Wow, he had good look there. Really good look.
And that just takes away all of the momentum. That slick spot on the floor.
Monzo looks gassed right now. That's probably why that shot was short.
Now Coach Cholo using the time to map out the play here.
This is going to be a big possession.
66 seconds left to play, 18 seconds on the shot clock. And no set Ablaza and Jexter Apinan here down the stretch, as Coach Cholo has gone for youth in Abdul Sawat and Don Ochea. Comboy, 10 seconds against Jesalem. Ino. That's a tough shot. Ino Comboy, no good. We have to review it. Referee Karina Martin pointing Cebu's way. And they will have to confirm kung bola talaga ng Cebu.
It's a big call right here.
It is.
Looks like Coach Aldrin's already preparing a play.
And this is ibang klase yung game na to, Coach. We started the first quarter ending at 26 to 19. We ended the half 42 apiece. And in the third, we were also tied.
Wow. You think we're going to overtime?
You wanna get this is your baptism of fire, an overtime game right in your first stint with us here. 48.8 seconds left. Cebu calls timeout. It's an important possession for them. They are down by 1. If you're Coach Aldrin here, you have 2 of the most, probably the most reliable players in crunch time in the league, and Paul Desiderio and June Manzo. You want the ball in their hands,
Yes.
definitely.
Well, they're known for making clutch shots. You know what I mean? They've done it their whole career. So I'm sure Coach Aldrin feels very comfortable with the ball in their hands.
Yeah. Looking at Coach Aldrin there, it's pointing at June or Paul. Balik si Jexter Apinan for defense, and now more length here.
Wow.
for Batangas. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. They need to secure the rebound
Yeah.
in case of a miss.
Looks like they're going to switch all with this lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the length of this lineup. And yeah, Ping trying to disrupt that one. No foul. A timeout apiece. Now 2 timeouts for Batangas, only 1 for Cebu.
Batangas still has fouls to give.
Yeah, as well. And they're going to switch everything here. Manzo does not want a switch. He's going to take on Cruz. He loses the handle to Normal. No rush here for Batangas. There's a 14-second differential, the game clock and shot clock. I would foul Jexter Apinan here. I would foul Jexter Apinan.
Oh, they did. Good call, Sidel.
No, the foul is on Jun Manzo.
Oh,
But I would have fouled Jexter Apinan in this situation.
he was away from the play.
Yeah. Does Coach Aldrin have a challenge? And look at the top of your screen there. Manzo, I don't think.
Oh, man. I don't think you can call that part.
Yeah.
He's not in the play.
The foul was away from the ball. But I would have taken my chances with Jexter Apinan at the foul line.
Right. If you're going to foul, you would want to.
He will be right back after this challenge.
Basketball na ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
It is a successful challenge for Coach Aldrin, Coach Don, and the jump ball is at center court. Interesting development again. So we were actually looking for Paul Desiderio to foul Jexter Apinan and play the percentages here, but because of the call, Cebu, with a chance here, but definitely they will get the ball back because kung makuha ng Batangas dito ang jump ball, 14 seconds ulit sa shot clock nila.
Oh.
But it's Desiderio who wins the tip.
Here we go.
Here we go. 4-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Manzo. Bagsak silang dalawa, si Camacho. Manzo looking for a teammate, has to shoot. It's short. It's a shot clock
it's
violation.
a shot clock violation. He didn't get it off on time. Good defense by Batangas.
You talk about the length and the versatility. I think that was the best example on how devastating but the length and the versatility of Batangas is right now.
If you notice, ever since they put that lineup in, they had a hard time offensively. I mean, you can switch all. They try to ISO, and the bigs were able to stay in front of the guards, which is huge.
And you got Yam Bing, who has quick feet, who has length, guarding Jun Manzo, and he was tracking down Jun Manzo all the way. But Batangas not out of the woods yet. It's the second to the last time out for Coach Cholo.
Going back to the switching all, you have all these prolific scorers here in the MPBL, and you're going to need, sometimes bigs to stay in front of the guards.
Okay, ngayon. Hit the ball, guys, ha? So, basta dinidinay tayo, pwede naman doon bumas. Importante, good inbound. Good screens muna.
What was the most important thing here for Batangas, Coach Don?
Well, with a 1-point lead with 5 seconds, it's most important you get the ball in safe. Cebu will foul. You don't want no turnovers that leads to a layup right now.
Now, if you're Cebu, you want to force everything here dito sa gitna, not underneath the basket.
Correct.
Neil Arim having trouble. He just got it out of his hands in the nick of time.
That was good defense by Cebu. Good effort, good effort.
The ball to Siderio. And look at that, everyone. Just one moment. I think he had 1 second to get that pass off. Ito si O'Neal Rim.
Some big free throws here by the Blaza.
3.7 seconds in the clock. 82 to 81. Balik sa laro si Jexter Apinan, John Hermal, Ochea Yambing. Said puts it in. Important for Cebu to get the rebound here if a miss happens. Ablaza, second free throw. No. The tap. Camacho. Desiderio from half court. Oh!
Oh!
There's a review.
Man,
There should be a review here. Yambing.
A possible goaltending.
A possible goaltending. And it's a possible game winner as well.
Oh, man. Oh.
This has happened before. This has happened before.
With Yambing?
No, last season was
That's correct.
Zamboanga
That's right.
and
That's
Ilagan.
right.
Not the first time. It's not the first time that this has happened. Last year, there was a touch, a slight touch, pero hindi nga, no, the play was let go. It was right up there. It was
It's going to
right
be close.
up
It's going to
there.
be close.
But did he get it off in time? I
Yes.
think he
Yeah,
did.
he did. He did.
I think he did. And Yambing did not
Oh.
need
He did not need to do that.
to do that.
My question is, does the ball have to be in the cylinder for it to be a goaltending?
It has to, but it was still up in the. It was headed there.
It was close.
It was headed there.
It was close.
And it was going down
It
on
was
the way
going
down.
Oh, man.
The question is if an angle that it's still within that area right there. If it was clearly short, then we would not
Yes.
have a problem here.
Isn't that what happened last year? Or-
There was a slight one. It was short, but there was a touch
Yeah.
going
Yeah, I
down
remember.
from other replay angles. It was not conclusive on the broadcast angle. But there was time on the clock.
Yes.
There was time on the clock when the attempt was made.
about 0.3, 0.4 tenths of a second.
And we have a decision here. Referee Lester Arcega about to approach Richard Campos.
By the reactions of Cebu.
This is going to be big. The drama, the tension. Oh my. The three-pointer will count.
Desiderio,
It counts. Wow, what a game.
Cebu with a big win.
What a sorry loss for Batangas. They had that.
So the desperation heave from Paul Desiderio, well defended. But William Bing touched the ball on the way down. And Coach Cholo with questions here.
I mean, with the questions you have as Batangas, right? You have to go back to Yambing's decision. He didn't have to do that. Right?
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah. What a dramatic end to what was a thrilling game. It's an early season matchup, but it felt like a playoff game the whole time. And as we try to dust off this ball game, we bring you our best player of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Paul Desiderio nailed the game winner thanks to a goaltending call. He finishes with 24 points. Paul Desiderio to go with the 3 rebounds. 84-83. It has finished here. The Cebu Greats with a win over Batangas in dramatic fashion. Incredible scenes here at the Astrodome. And Paul Desiderio, who started this game really hot, he finishes the game.
I mean, to even get that shot off.
Yeah, it was under pressure. It was well defended by Seda Blaza.
And that shot had to be close
to be considered for a goaltender.
Wow.
Coach Cholo still not happy with what has transpired here, but we're ready to wrap this ball game up. We have Paul Desiderio waiting with Lyra Poncelan and a few of our some of the Cebu players are also right behind Lyra as well. And we're ready. Lyra, take it away.
Thank you so much, Sidelf. Talo na, nanalo pa. The whole squad of the Cebu Greats is feeling that winning energy right now. Paul, grabe yung effort niyo tonight. Sobrang physical with the emphasis on strong defense on both teams. And in those last moments, parang tinanggap nyo na yung pagkatalo. But that miraculous last play of yours took that victory for you guys at walang kahit ano bang kamay ang makakapigil.
Ano lang yun, lucky shot lang yun. Tinapon ko na lang yun. Maswerte na lang, tinapik dun sa taas kaya naging counted.
Ayun, sobrang saya ng team. And Coach Adrian emphasized grit, which clearly naipakita nyo sa paglaban nyo ngayong gabi. Paano nyo nadala yun for such a high-stake physical and mental game tonight?
Well, kulang kami sa time, no? Kumbaga, nabuo lang kami 14 days ago. Tapos hindi pa kami kompleto. Yung iba, may mga commitment pa. So, ang amin lang talaga is dahan-dahan namin kinukuha yung sistema ni Coach at tiwala sa isa't isa.
And clearly, Paul, this is also, of course, a whole team effort for the Cebu Greats. That's such a statement win for you guys. May mga gusto ka pa bang pasalamatan?
Nagpapasalamat kami kay Uncle Sam Latu, sa wife niya, EasyTech, sa pamilya ko sa Cebu, sa sister ko, birthday niya tomorrow. Happy birthday, Ina. Sa mga anak ko, si Andres, si Paula, Escocio family, Boss John Santos, buong pamilya ko. I love you all.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Paul Desiderio and the whole Cebu Great squad. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Congratulations to the Cebu Greats. They prevail over Batangas City, Tanduay Athletics. Basilan Steel and Pasay Voyagers ang maglalaban sa ating main game. And we will be right back for that one. Ito po ang MPBL, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.
Susuporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na